What's going on, fish nerds? Carlos here, and today we need to add some plants to the 29-gallon Hemichromis tank because even though we've redone the scape, it's looking a little bare and we need some green in there. So you'll notice there's a bunch of Malaysian trumpet snails all over the glass. We're also going to deal with that today, and you'll notice that our Hemichromis male is nowhere to be seen. That's because I just spooked him right before I got out the camera. I apologize for that. He was out and about, but ever since his wife passed away, he has been extremely skittish, and he spooks kind of easy, and he's ducked down hiding now. He has been using both of these two caves that we put in last time we saw this tank, so that's really good. But we also talked about last time, we need some plant action going on back here. And this is a Finnex Stingray on this tank, but it's not a highlight tank, so we need to work with low light plants. Fortunately, I got a bag of those today, so we're gonna get this thing planted up and looking good. Real quick before we get started though, I'll also say I did pick up 3 more Nearite snails because I did mention last time that the 2 that are in here weren't quite getting the job done with the green spot algae, which it's looking pretty good now. You can see where there's a bunch still on that tank, but the only reason it's really looking as good as it is because we just rescaped it, overturned everything, you know, and basically exposed a bunch of rocks from the bottom, turned things upside down, that kind of thing. But to keep it from getting as green as it had gotten before, I did pick up 3 more of these guys, so we're going to add them as well. Alright, so we're going to start with some needleleaf Java fern, and I just super glued that to a small rock here. Then we're going to drop that back in the back, and I've got 2 other pieces just like it that I've also glued to just smaller pieces of rock. Rather than, you know, try to pull anything out of here, I just picked up a couple extra rocks and glued them to them just to anchor these down. Alright, so here we are. Got our Java fern all settled in. Got our Fraser eye, our Nancon, our Barter eye, and whatever that one was that was still just kind of in the tank. I stuck it back there in the corner. It should get enough light to actually grow now that all the duckweed is out of the top here. And I also went ahead and grabbed a crypt from another tank and stuck it down in there. I'm not sure how big it'll get. If it gets so big that it blocks those rocks, I may move it. I don't know. Got the moss all in these crooks and crannies of the wood here. I actually like that piece a lot, sticking up out of there. I'm hoping that as it latches on and gets some light and starts to grow, it kind of fills in up in there and ends up kind of looking like that. We'll see how it turns out. Got it in some of these crannies here. I put a little bit around the base of this anubias over there. But yeah, I am really happy. I think that adds a lot to it. I mean, we added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plants plus the moss, and then this little thing that you can't even really see right now. And I think that makes a huge difference. And I think once this stuff grows in, and these are all really slow growing plants, but I think as they grow in, it's gonna just look even better. So I'm excited about this. I think it turned out pretty good. But we still have one more thing to take care of, and that's all these guys. So I'm gonna grab my Sarah snail trap. Alright guys, so my battery actually died, so we have fast forwarded to the next day. And this guy's out and about, looking really good. I'm still really happy with the way this turned out, the way the plants bring it together. Looks like all our moss stayed where I put it, which is awesome. Hopefully it takes a hold real good and spreads around pretty good. Got our nerites covering some ground. Snail trap was productive last night. I'm gonna pull that out, get those out of there. I'm gonna reload that thing and run it for another day, maybe two, get a lot more of these trumpet snails out of here. There's still a whole bunch of them all through here, which I'm fine having some trumpet snails, but not as many as would have been in here. But I'll put a link in the description for this thing too. I actually do recommend this thing. It works very well. Yeah, I'm really happy with this, guys. I'm happy with the way it looks. I do want to get another female in here for him. I'm also thinking about maybe getting some dither fish in here. It'd have to be something tough enough that he's not going to bother it. But you know, maybe a small school of something in here. Keep him out and about. He's been a lot more skittish ever since he lost his mate. You can see he's kind of hiding a little bit from me right now. Thinking maybe if we get him another female, get some dithers in here, we'll see a lot more of them. But he is looking really good right now. Like this guy. Like him a lot. But yeah, let me know what you think of the scape. If you got any ideas for dithers, throw those down in the comments below. Alright, but for now, thank you guys for watching. You're awesome. God bless you, fish nerds, and I'll see you next time.